interesting story coming out about Kamala Harris. She's a senator from California, a new senator, not much of a track record. Some people are concerned because a lot of the Hillary supporters are coalescing around her unannounced campaign. People believe that she might run for president. And so in July, Harris said she supported single payer, quote, as a concept, but that lawmakers still needed to, quote, work out the details. So that was further disconcerting, and her camp perhaps wisely began to realize that that might lose her progressive voters, which is kind of what you need in a Democratic primary. And she does not, of course, have the advantage that Hillary Clinton had of massive name recognition, so she's gonna have to appeal to the progressive base more. And today, she says, I intend to co-sponsor the Medicare for All bill because it's just the right thing to do. All right, God bless, I'll take it. So now some people are being a little bit skeptical here, and I hear you, but let me explain and hear out the whole story, okay? So Senator Harris goes on to say, it's not just about what is morally and ethically right, it also makes sense from just from a fiscal standpoint. That is absolutely right. It's actually the one thing that could magically deliver what Donald Trump promised during the campaign, which was coverage for everyone. Medicare does cover everyone. Lower prices, Medicare is lower prices, and more coverage. And by the way, there's also Medicare Advantage. Not only does Medicare cover all of your basics, but if you want more above that, you can get private insurance on top of Medicare, which is called Medicare Advantage. So she's absolutely right from a fiscal standpoint. It is also absolutely the right thing to do. And here's a guy that, of course, a lot of progressives do trust, and it's Bernie Sanders who is going to introduce this bill in the first place. And he says, thank you, Kamala Harris, for your support. Let's make healthcare a right and not a privilege. So overall, let me just say this for progressives who are skeptical. Take your wins. If you think that she was pressured into supporting Medicare for all, great, that's not such a bad thing. I mean, that's how politics works, right? Either somebody does the right thing on their own or they get pressured into doing it. Now, we don't know Kamala Harris's mind. I don't like to talk about people's hearts. I don't know what that means. But we don't know what was in her mind before this and why she's doing this in particular today. But a vote is a vote. So if she's going to help Medicare for all get passed, I love it and I'll take it. Now, I get the other side, which is, look, if it's just words and then she winds up winning and then doesn't do it and says, oh, it's a lower priority, I'll get to it later, yes, then it's a terrible trick. But for the moment being, don't cut your nose off to spite your face. I'm not saying be naive and go, oh, no. And I'm positive I know her heart and it is filled with goodness and rainbows and unicorns. But if someone's on your side, that is a good thing, not a bad thing. In fact, momentum builds. It was just Bernie Sanders in the beginning, and I remember we covered it on the show. All the other senators were like, oh, please, Medicare for all. No. We're just gonna fight against Trump's proposal, which is at 17% popularity, and we're gonna congratulate ourselves for clearing the lowest bar in politics. So now, though, all of a sudden, lots of pressure from progressives, which is wonderful, and people who earnestly believe in this now coming out. Elizabeth Warren on board, Kamala Harris on board, and yes, even Kirsten Gillibrand. So there are 4 senators now. Where there was 1, now there are 4. You go over to the House, it's even better. There used to be 72 for John Conyers' Medicare for All proposal. Now it's up to 118, and that one is clearly you guys. Because we did a campaign at Just Democrats, joined by the Nurses Union. John Conyers, who was the sponsor of that bill, has given us credit, saying yes, it was the public pressure brought on by Justice Democrats and the Nurses Union that drove those votes. It went from 72 co-sponsors to 118. That's a 60% increase in Democratic support in the House. Great work. Keep on going. In fact, Justice Democrats have this campaign, hashtag stand up for Medicare. They're asking the congressmen to do it. They're asking the senators to do it. And you can see it with your own eyes. When they started, there was only 1 senator and 72 guys in the House. Now there's 118 and 4. You're doing that. So one of the things they're asking you to do is to make your own videos so that eventually the congressmen will make their videos. And Conyers already has a video. Congressman Ro Khanna already has a video saying, stand up for Medicare. So if you're gonna do one, great. It's super simple. You can do it on your phone. Say who you are, where you're from, why single payer or Medicare for all is really important for you, and then just say this simple sentence, okay? I pledge to stand up for Medicare for all. I've got a video up there as well. Go to standupformedicare.com and make sure you use the hashtag so that people hear you roar, because it's making a difference. Never let anybody tell you not to fight. That they tell you it's impossible because they don't want you to fight, because they don't want you to win. If you fight, you win. Let's keep doing it. And justdemocrats.com to get more information about how to have real progressives win within the Democratic Party. If you like the Young Turks, you'll love Young Turks membership. tytnetwork.com/join.